Wait, did Cristiano Ronaldo just trigger another transfer earthquake? If I told you Al-Nassr is now chasing another Barcelona star to join him, would you believe it? Because this move could completely flip both clubs' futures. Why is this happening now? And what does it mean for Barcelona's struggling project? Stay with me, because the twist in this story is bigger than anyone expected, and it's about to get even crazier. Ladies and gentlemen, buckle up, because the transfer market has just been hit with another thunderbolt straight from Riyadh. Al-Nassr, yes, the same club, powered by the unstoppable force that is Cristiano Ronaldo, is preparing to knock on Barcelona's door once again, and this time they're aiming for another Catalan superstar. And oh boy, the drama is real. Barcelona, already juggling financial puzzles that look harder than a Champions League group of death, might be about to face another shock approach from the Saudi giants. Al-Nassr wants to add more firepower, more magic and more big game aura to support CR7 as the club chases glory on every front. And when Al-Nassr knocks, let's just say it's not a polite knock, it's a we're serious knock with golden suitcases behind it. But here's where it gets spicy. The player they're targeting has been one of Barca's brightest sparks in recent seasons, a fan favourite, a game changer, someone who knows how to flip a match on its head with one touch. And now Al-Nassr wants to place this Barcelona gem right next to Ronaldo, creating an attacking duo that could melt defences faster than ice cream in the desert heat. Barcelona fans, nervous. Al-Nassr fans, electric. Ronaldo, probably smiling that confident, I told you so smile. And the football world, well, we're all sitting here with popcorn in hand, watching this blockbuster unfold. Will Barcelona resist? Will the player be tempted by the project, the partnership, the promise of becoming a superstar in Saudi Arabia? Or will this turn into another chapter of transfer market madness? Stay locked in, because this story's heating up faster than a Ronaldo free kick flying top bins. And trust me, this is one battle you won't want to miss. Al-Nassr targeting another Barcelona star to join Cristiano Ronaldo isn't just a simple transfer rumour, it's turning into one of those football moments that feels bigger than the sport itself. The Saudi club, already home to one of the greatest players in history, is hungry to build a squad that doesn't just compete but dominates every competition they step into. And bringing in a Barcelona star signals ambition at the highest level. This move isn't just about buying talent, it's about building a football empire around Ronaldo, creating a team packed with world-class names, creativity, flair and international appeal. The idea of pairing Ronaldo with yet another Barcelona standout sends a clear message to the football world. Al-Nassr is no longer content being a regional powerhouse. They want global recognition, global respect and global headlines. For Barcelona, this interest comes during a delicate time. The club has been dealing with financial challenges, squad restructuring and pressure from fans who fear losing their brightest talents. Whenever a Saudi club enters the picture, the tension rises instantly because the financial muscle involved is massive. Players suddenly find themselves at a crossroads. Stay in Europe's traditional football scene or join a fast-growing league offering a new kind of spotlight. And when the club on the other side of the offer is Al-Nassr, where Cristiano Ronaldo has already transformed the atmosphere, the expectations and the global visibility, the temptation becomes even stronger. Players who have grown up watching Ronaldo might feel the pull of joining forces with him, learning directly from him and sharing the pitch with one of football's most iconic competitors. From the Al-Nassr perspective, signing a Barcelona star isn't just about improving their roster, it's a statement of intent. Every major signing boosts the league's credibility, attracts more viewers and raises the stakes for rivals. The club wants to build a team that complements Ronaldo's style players, who can deliver sharp passes, quick transitions, fluid combinations and constant pressure on the opponent's defence. A Barcelona player, known for technical excellence and strong football IQ, fits that plan perfectly. It brings balance to the squad while giving fans a reason to dream about a more aggressive, skillful and complete attacking unit. The chemistry between Ronaldo and a Barca-trained playmaker or winger could create some of the most exciting football moments in the league. The fans are already reacting with anticipation. Al-Nassr supporters are thrilled at the possibility of seeing another elite European player step into their yellow and blue colours, imagining how the partnership could turn the team into an unstoppable force. Barcelona fans, meanwhile, feel the familiar anxiety of watching yet another key player become the target of powerful offers. Every transfer window has become a battle between tradition and modern financial power, between emotional loyalty and life-changing opportunities. This story keeps growing because it highlights the shift happening in world football, where destinations once considered unlikely are now becoming hotspots for major stars. The move also opens the door for strategic development at Al-Nassr, where the long-term project is clearly built on attracting proven winners and high-profile talents who elevate the club's identity on the world stage. Barcelona facing renewed transfer pressure amid financial strain has become one of the defining themes of their modern era. Every transfer window feels like a delicate balancing act, where the club must protect its sporting ambitions while navigating the harsh reality of economic limitations. The moment a big club or wealthy project expresses interest in one of their key players, alarm bells ring across Catalonia. Financial instability forces Barcelona into a position where even important players become vulnerable to offers they would normally never entertain. This pressure isn't only about losing talent, it's about the emotional weight carried by a club with a deep history, loyal supporters, and a playing philosophy tied to identity just as much as results. And when teams like Al-Nassr enter the scene, armed with powerful financial packages, the strain intensifies instantly, creating a complicated scenario for the board, the coaching staff, the players, and the fans. Barcelona's financial challenges are not new, but they have become more exposed in recent years due to past overspending, inflated wages, and the impact of a changing football economy. The club is constantly trying to operate within strict La Liga regulations while rebuilding a competitive squad capable of fighting for trophies. Every major decision they make feels like it carries extra weight because the margin for error is small. When an outside club comes with significant interest in a key player, the situation becomes emotional and strategic at the same time. On one hand, the club wants to hold on to its stars to maintain sporting performance. On the other hand, the financial incentives can't be ignored, especially when they offer potential relief or space to manoeuvre. The renewed pressure isn't just external. Internally, Barcelona must consider contract situations, player expectations, and long-term planning. Some players know they are invaluable to the team, yet they also see opportunities emerging abroad that promise financial security and global spotlight. This creates psychological tension where the club must convince players to stay committed while managing their own financial limitations. Even negotiations that once seemed straightforward now become highly sensitive conversations about roles, wages, loyalty, and future prospects. This is exactly where the pressure intensifies. Every choice feels like a compromise between financial survival and sporting ambition. The presence of clubs like Al-Nassr forces Barcelona into a different kind of battle. These clubs don't negotiate in traditional ways. They enter the market with confidence, ambition, and resources that make even historic giants uncomfortable. Barcelona's worry is that players could be swayed not only by financial packages, but also by the promise of playing a central role in fast-growing leagues where expectations are high and opportunities for influence are massive. Losing a key player in this context isn't just about the transfer fee. It disrupts tactical plans, forces squad adjustments, and adds pressure on the coaching staff to fill gaps quickly. This cycle has created an atmosphere around Barcelona where every rumour feels more real, every interest feels more threatening, and every negotiation feels more urgent. Fan reaction adds even more intensity. Barcelona supporters are deeply connected to their club's identity, and losing talented players, especially to emerging football projects, creates anxiety about the direction the club is heading. They want stability, they want strong performances, and they want to see the team return to the elite level. But the reality of financial strain means that the club must constantly defend itself against the forces of the modern transfer market, where economic power often overrides tradition. A Saudi project aiming to build a superstar-powered attack is no longer just an exciting headline. It has become a core part of the region's football vision. The ambition is clear: attract global icons, reshape the competitive landscape, and create a league that stands shoulder to shoulder with Europe's biggest stages. Al-Nassr is one of the central forces driving this mission, and their strategy revolves around assembling a squad built not merely for local dominance but for international recognition. Bringing Cristiano Ronaldo was the catalyst, the spark that shifted the league's trajectory. But the project doesn't stop there. Adding another high-profile Barcelona star fits perfectly into the blueprint of building an attacking unit filled with prestige, creativity, and serious firepower. The idea of a superstar-powered attack extends beyond entertainment value. It represents a systematic plan to grow the club's influence, strengthen its global reputation, and attract fans from every corner of the world. Football today isn't only about what happens on the pitch, it's also about branding, visibility, and creating a product that can compete with the biggest spectacles in sports. Al-Nassr understands this shift. They want an attack so stacked with talent that every match becomes a global talking point, every goal circulates around the world, and every player embodies the club's new identity of ambition and excellence. Signing another Barcelona name adds flair, technique and prestige to Ronaldo's leadership, forming an offensive trio or duo that embodies the modern football era. The presence of Ronaldo has already elevated expectations. Players who might have hesitated in the past are now more open to the idea of joining him, learning from him, and playing in a league with growing competitiveness. Al-Nassr's project takes advantage of this gravitational pull. The club wants to surround him with players who think fast, move smartly, and understand the rhythm of high-level football. A Barca-trained star brings tactical awareness, comfort on the ball, and the kind of elite mentality that blends well with a team seeking to climb to the top of every competition. The goal isn't to simply improve the attack, it's to build one of the most recognisable attacking identities in world football. The broader Saudi football project benefits from these moves as well. Each superstar signing creates momentum, attracting more attention, more investment and more confidence from fans and players worldwide. A strong attacking lineup at Al-Nassr pushes rival clubs to strengthen their own squads, raising the overall quality of the league. This competitive chain reaction is essential to transforming the league into a global destination for football talent. The project becomes self-feeding. More stars bring greater visibility attracts more stars, and the cycle continues to elevate the league's profile. From a sporting perspective, a superstar-powered attack provides flexibility in tactics and style. It allows coaches to experiment with dynamic formations, high-intensity pressing, or possession-based control, depending on the strengths of the players brought in. It turns matches into unpredictable displays of skill and creativity. The project is designed to ensure that Al-Nassr isn't just known for having a big name, but for playing a brand of football that reflects the quality of the players involved. It creates a platform where experienced superstars and rising talents play side by side, growing together and forming a unit capable of delivering remarkable performances on a consistent basis. A player's decision potentially shifting both clubs' future plans becomes one of the most fascinating elements in any major transfer story, and in this case, the stakes feel even higher. The moment a Barcelona star becomes the target of a powerful, fast-growing project like Al-Nassr, the ripple effects start long before any contract is signed. This isn't just a simple yes or no choice for the player. It's a crossroads where career direction, personal ambition, financial security and long-term legacy all collide. Both clubs wait anxiously, knowing that a single choice can reshape strategies, disrupt plans and influence the trajectory of their seasons. For the player, the decision is layered with professional and emotional considerations, and those layers are exactly what make this situation so influential. On the Barcelona side, losing a key player has consequences beyond filling a position. The club's tactical structure, especially with a coach who depends on certain profiles to execute a specific style, can be altered instantly. Barcelona's identity relies on ball control, intelligent movement and technical sharpness, traits often defined by their standout players. When a major talent becomes unsettled or tempted by offers abroad, the club must go through a complex internal evaluation, whether to fight to keep the player, whether the financial offer helps stabilise certain areas, and whether a replacement can be found without disrupting team unity. Even before any official decision, the uncertainty alone forces Barcelona to consider alternative lineups, youth promotions, emergency signings or changes to their competitive approach. For Al-Nassr, the player's choice could either accelerate their long-term project or delay it. Their strategy revolves around pairing Ronaldo with other top-level talents to create a high-impact team, and a signing of this magnitude immediately elevates their ambitions. If the player agrees, it validates the club's global appeal, strengthens their attacking options and gives the coach more flexibility in shaping the attack. It also signals to other players around the world that Al-Nassr is a destination where world-class footballers can thrive. If the player declines, the club must redirect its efforts, search for alternatives and adjust how aggressively they approach future targets. The transfer momentum can either build rapidly or experience temporary stagnation depending on that single decision. The player, meanwhile, stands at the centre of a storm filled with expectations. Staying at Barcelona represents continuity, tradition, Champions League football, and a familiar style of play. Leaving for Al-Nassr represents a bold step into a rising project, new challenges, a more central leadership role, and financial security that can impact not just a player's career but their entire future. Each path holds different rewards and different pressures, and both clubs are watching closely because the player's choice will determine how they adjust their strategies across multiple seasons. Fans from both sides also play a subtle but powerful role in shaping the moment. Barcelona supporters often express their emotions strongly, hoping to keep their stars and maintain the identity that defines the club. Al-Nassr fans express excitement, anticipation and pride at the possibility of welcoming another elite talent into their squad. The emotional weight surrounding the player adds intensity to a decision that already carries massive implications. The outcome of this choice sends a message to the global football market, influencing how other stars, agents and clubs perceive the emerging shift in football power and opportunity. The transfer saga heating up with global fan attention reflects how modern football has evolved into a full-scale entertainment spectacle, where every rumour, every hint, and every subtle gesture can trigger massive reactions across continents. When a Barcelona star becomes linked with a club powered by Cristiano Ronaldo's presence, the story instantly becomes bigger than just a negotiation. Fans from Europe, the Middle East, Asia, and beyond begin following every update, dissecting every report, and debating the potential impact across social media platforms. This global attention adds fuel to the fire, intensifying the atmosphere around both clubs and placing the player in a spotlight that grows brighter with every passing day. The transfer market is no longer confined to club corridors. It lives in the public eye, shaped by emotion, speculation, and the hunger for drama. Global fan bases are deeply invested because this transfer saga symbolises more than a simple move. It represents the shifting balance of football power. When a European giant like Barcelona faces competition from an ambitious club in Saudi Arabia, the story becomes part of a larger narrative. Millions of fans analyse what it means for the future of football, the rise of new leagues, the changing motivations of players, and the increasing influence of global projects backed by significant investment. Supporters from Barcelona watch closely, protective of their club's identity and worried about the potential loss of another key figure. Al-Nassr supporters, on the other hand, experience growing excitement, imagining how their club's attack could evolve into one of the most dangerous and talked about units in the world. This intense emotional divide keeps conversations alive across every corner of the sport. Media outlets further amplify the saga. Journalists, pundits and insiders discuss the financial implications, tactical adjustments and long-term meaning of such a move. Every new statement from the player, every comment from a coach, and every detail emerging from negotiations becomes headline material. With so many eyes watching, the pressure on all parties increases. Even if the clubs prefer quiet discussions behind closed doors, the global interest makes silence difficult. Stories travel fast, interpretations spread wider, and predictions shape public expectations. The transfer saga evolves into a daily chapter of a larger football drama, with fans refreshing feeds and waiting for the next twist. For the player at the centre of the storm, the global attention adds a psychological dimension that transforms the decision-making process. Knowing that millions are watching creates a sense of responsibility. The player understands that their choice affects not just their own future but the emotions of fan bases and the momentum of major football projects. This attention can be both flattering and overwhelming, especially when every action, social media activity, training, gestures, even body language gets analysed for clues about the final outcome. The world's eyes make the saga feel more intense, more urgent and more defining. Clubs benefit and suffer from this spotlight at the same time. Barcelona feels heightened pressure to maintain stability and avoid negative reactions from supporters who fear further departures. Al-Nassr, meanwhile, gains global visibility, which aligns with their broader mission of growing the league's profile. The massive fan engagement keeps the story alive, turning it into one of those transfer sagas that feels impossible to ignore because of the sheer volume of attention surrounding every detail. Thank you for listening and don't forget to like and subscribe.